Howdy folks, welcome back to my second floor. Yes, I know I need a haircut, but I'm not going to get one. I think I look lovely. I look luscious. I'm going for like a Captain Caveman type look. Yeah, anyway, I'm back on the second floor, and I'm going to run you through a couple things that we're going to be doing today. Nothing very exciting, but initially before, I had a sequence I was going to do. I ripped the whole floor out at one time in order to do each step in each room at the same time. That was my plan. In a previous life, I used to be a superintendent for a now defunct company called Tompkins Builders Incorporated. It was a general contractor in Washington, D.C. I was the youngest area superintendent of the company by about 15 years. I was successful in that job because I think it's because I could visualize and actualize sequencing. It's a very important part of construction. It's building it backwards, I like to say. You know what the finished product is? You think, what steps do I need to go there most efficiently without causing any damage to the existing finishes? And how do I want to build it out? You need to picture the finished product in order to build it backwards and then decide your schedule. And I would make that schedule and I would clearly communicate it to the subcontractors in order that they could all work efficiently and everyone could make their money and get on out to the next project. I prided myself on that. And however, many of you may not know that I was also the ultimate warfighter in another life. And the key to being the ultimate warfighter is flexibility. In today's ever-changing battlefield, one must be able to adjust rapidly in order to survive and be successful. The enemy's a wily cat. So you must be able to adjust right away. Boom, bam, boom, boom. And that's where I'm at in the COVID-19 world. I thought I was going to have the second floor and I was going to have months to do it, but that is not the case. So I need to hurry up and get a room done. But I'm also not going to sacrifice quality. No, sir. No, ma'am. No. So what I'm going to do today, let me show you where I'm at. I've hung all the drywall. I finished the drywall. I've prime coated it. I have cut in the color, which was chosen by the soon-to-be occupant. I've installed a racket for badminton, but that was only for temporary purposes. Today I would like to begin trimming it out. I think if you remember from a previous episode when you were removing all the trim, so that I have, so it will cost me nothing. However, I will need to later finish the floor. So what I'm going to do prior to installing the trim is I'm going to take my palm sander and sand about 4 inches out from where the base is. That should make my life a lot easier when I go and rent a floor sander and do the whole floor. And that doesn't prevent me from putting the baseboard in and painting it. And for reasons I do not know, the extra style that was on a lot of the door frames was not installed on the door frames in this room. So I'll need to fabricate those out of 2x4s. A process that you will have seen in a previous video involving me fixing a window. Anyway, let me get to it. What I'm doing here is the same way I'm going to do the rest of the floors. I'm going to go with a 40 grit and then an 80 grit. And before I hear a bunch of bullshit out of people, I know there's other ways to do it. I'm not building a bowling alley, folks. The floor's going to look great. It's just time to get it done. I haven't entirely figured out what to do right here yet. This is going into that bathroom. Yeah, because I have the frame here that was in that other laundry room. For those who followed the channel, really. One, it's not even the same height. And this is asbestos tile that was here. Wood or plywood in there. Kind of my plan was to just tile the bathroom floor so I ain't gotta fuck with taking up this asbestos. I know, like, if you can, there's a load of really bad asbestos abatement videos all over YouTube. Terribly unsafe shit. And the rule of thumb, usually, if it comes up in full pieces, it's the particulates. Like, the whole world's learning about particulates. That's what's going to give you the mesothelioma. But immediately you take it up and you can smell glue. If you can smell something, like if you smell a fart, that means there's literal shit in your nose. Someone actually put their particles of shit. That's how you smell things. It's in the air. So I don't really like to fuck with it. There's ways to do it. I got a respirator and all that sort of stuff, but another 1/8 inch on that floor is not going to make or break this game. So I think for now I'm just going to stick a piece of plywood in there. Look how strong I am, pussies! Anyway, this is trim from the episode, I don't remember which episode, but you having an episode? And it's the one where I labeled all the trim. I didn't quite finish sanding yet, but I need to get some door trim before the day's over, or I'll feel bad about myself. So anyways, they're all excellently labeled, as I do, because I'm really smart. We should go in fairly easily. I also spent half the goddamn day making these stupid ass things. But luckily this is the only room that didn't have these little bits here. Huh? Alright, prior to putting these in and up, I want to paint the bottom foot of all of them because I feel like it makes my life a lot easier later. I hate when you look at like trim like right against the floor, that cut line. I want it to look tight, you know what I mean? You'll know what I mean later. Well, dudes, that's pretty much that for today. I gotta make sure I close all the windows. I had a bath the other night and I had a stroke. I thought this was all for naught, but then I realized I left the window open. So this is bat country. We don't play those games. Anyway, I'll do another. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. More of a chatty bullshit video. You guys seem to like that. Maybe I'll do one of those this weekend. I don't know. I'll play it by ear.